The National Association of Mother Centers addresses mothers' needs.
I was an older mom, a first-time mom, and I really wanted to find other moms to talk to.
When we moved to Knoxville, Tennessee, we didn't know anybody there, and joining the Mother Center really saved our life.
I felt very isolated, first to be a mother and be so far away from my parents.
My mother doesn't understand. My mother feels I should be the housewife. I should be the mom for my children and nothing else. There was no support for them. My mother doesn't see the support that I would need now.
It's been really important to create safe spaces where women can talk authentically about how they really feel in its fullness, not just about the joys, and I'm happy that I had these children, but also I'm struggling with the losses, and I lost my workplace identity, and I'm losing my career, and all those other pieces.
At about 3 months, I realized that, wow, this baby's not going away, ever, for the rest of my life. It kind of hit me, but like a ton of bricks, that old, that single girl from New York City that made the good salary and went to fun dinners, she wasn't coming back, and I almost grieved.
I needed them. I needed to hear other mothers who were in the same situation that I was, felt a sense of aloneness, isolation, an identity crisis because I had worked for so long, and then finally I was home by myself. There was nobody around me in my neighborhood who stayed home.
We find that there is a real dichotomy between what's expected and what's real, and begin to understand that a lot of the expectations are grounded in mythologies about motherhood rather than real experience of mothers.
Very young mothers need the Mother Center because they need role models. They need to see the positive mothers that we do have in our community.
When you become a mother, you're not given any instruction manual. Well, I say the Mother Centers is that instruction manual. Every mom deserves to have that support. Every child deserves to have a mom who is able to gain these skills so she can be the best mom that she can be.
I have always found that it's given me the sanity that I need. And as a mother, you're out there thinking you're all by yourself, no one understands you, and you come to the Mother Center and you come into a group where there are women who are sharing the same things.
You can walk into the group, you can throw up your hands and say, I've had it with my kids, they're driving me crazy today, and nobody says, oh, you must be a bad mom.
It's given me the okay to feel that way, to say it's okay to feel like you need to jump out of the window, to have someone to talk to in that moment, to have somebody to talk to when you're feeling really, really good.
And other mothers help no matter how old you are.
Sometimes I need help to raise the children. Is this way is the right way, that way? Somebody who has more experience than I am, and I hear their advice. And
every place you go, there's a mom there who's been there either with you right then because she has the same age kids, or she survived it and she's able to say, yeah, it gets better, it's okay, hang in there, this is what worked for me.
It gave me a support network of other moms, and it just gave us a great way to get involved with the community and meet new people and just know that other people were going through the same kinds of things that I was.
I mean, it was all volunteer, but it all went on my resume, so when I returned to work, it helped.
I just progressed from being a shy, quiet person sitting in the Mother Center circle but not quite talking very much to being on a committee chair and then being asked to be on the board, and I grew somewhere from that level, and it just happened. This doesn't affect just women, this affects a whole family.
It's a welcoming place. It's a place where you can grow.
Speak freely and non-judgmentally. Be in a group and not be interrupted by children, to actually have a train of thought for an hour and a half is really nice.
Well, to me, it makes it special that I can have a nice conversation with women, with open-minded women that are not going to judge me or criticize me, but give me good advice, suggestions, and support.
I'm most proud of the fact that we are extremely non-judgmental.
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 Non-judgmental. We reflect, we respond, we offer, things if people want advice, or not even just advice, but we don't judge.
The value of caregiving should not be recognized only in an emotional sense. It should also be recognized economically.
There's been a tremendous division between public and private living, so that it's been very hard for women to take leadership roles, because when they have young children, they need to have flexibility, they need to be able to sometimes bring their kids with them into the public sector, but we live as if those two worlds are completely divided. I think what's important about mother centers is the mother centers have been places where women feel heard. They feel validated, they feel valued, they don't feel judged. And in that kind of environment, they begin to talk to each other about the things that haven't felt right. You know, that bad feeling that you get in the pit of your stomach that something isn't right, things aren't the way they should be.
I think mothers are a potential political force because there are so many of us, because we know how to get things done.
It's important to make the connection between the National Association of Mother Centers and the local centers to be able to provide the support that they need, and for the centers to know that they're not out there by themselves. They don't have to reinvent the wheel. There's a female bonding that goes on that's a big plus as well that you don't get unless you come to something like this.
What started with 2 people, then became 4 people, then became 8 people, and it just exponentially grew as more and more people told their friends about it, and brought other moms into the circle.
It was the only organization that's there for mothers, and it's all run by mothers and volunteers, and it's saved my sanity.
It's more heart than money.
I just couldn't believe that there was a place like this.
We believe that there are natural mother rights that are not being attended to. You have the right to safe births. You have a right to community child care. You have the right to have good part-time jobs. We have to advocate for our right to have a mother center in every community.